we're going to talk about Saturn, specifically your Saturn return and what house it's in. What does it mean? My Saturn is in the 3rd house. Make sure you get your own natal chart. I'll post some links below so that you can find out what house your Saturn is in, and this video will make a whole lot more sense to you because you'll be able to say, so that's what it means. So for those of you who are new to astrology and don't even know what Saturn return is, make sure you watch my video on Saturn returns because I go into my experience with them and I also talk about what they mean and other stuff. So that might be really helpful. Your Saturn placement is going to say a lot about you and how you put your foot down, and also how you respect yourself. Do you even respect yourself? How do you show it? So for example, my Saturn is on the cusp of Aquarius and Pisces, and it's in the 3rd house. If your Saturn is also in Aquarius and Pisces or on the 3rd house, make sure you check out that video on Saturn returns because I talk about what that means. As a reminder, they occur every 29 years, give or take. So at the ages of 27 to 31, you'll experience your first Saturn return. Then at the ages of 56 to 60 years old, you'll experience your second Saturn return. And then between the ages of 84 and 90, you will experience your 3rd Saturn return. When Saturn returns, it is an extremely pivotal moment for you in your life. It's like a cosmic rite of passage. And depending on its location in your chart, it will manifest differently. And today we're going to look at how your Saturn return can manifest in your chart based on the house it's located in. So if you're watching this and you are in between Saturn returns, this is a good way to reflect and maybe prepare for the next one because like I said, there are 3. You're not over it, most likely. There's going to be another one. Please keep in mind that it's very difficult to read something like this by itself. So make sure you look at the other placements when you're reading your chart as well. All right, so my Saturn is in the 3rd house. The 3rd house is the house of communication, siblings, information, early education, local travel. During a Saturn return in the 3rd house, there's this need to speak up and have a voice. And there's also this need to feel heard. Like when people don't listen to you, it's not fun. It's not fun, okay? And you learn just how powerful your words are, often the hard way. And that can be spoken words and also written words. The 3rd house rules internet and social media. And my Aquarius in the 3rd house really impacts my take on social media and the internet and technology. Like I have a huge love-hate relationship with social media. It is a huge challenge for me in my life, and I know I'm a YouTuber, but trust me, it is not easy for me. And it also covers gossip. So you might find that when it comes to your Saturn return in the 3rd house, you will start to feel like this aversion to gossip. Like you're like, ew, gossip. I don't want to talk about people behind their back. I don't want to be around that. Like I don't like rumors. Like I feel that way, you know, I don't want to be a part of any of drama. And if someone is talking shit about someone, I like leave the room if I can, you know, because I don't like that. I'm a very blunt, outspoken person. I will say how I feel. I mean, sure, I can be compassionate and kind, but I really don't like when people talk about people, you know, it just, not my thing. You just don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't care for drama. I know a lot of people say that, but with a Saturn return in the 3rd house, this like is cemented. You're like, I'm over it. I'm above this. And you just want real, honest conversations with people. And you actually start to set boundaries on what you say. Kitties, what are you doing back here? And you're more careful about how much you share and what words you choose. You may learn something about your childhood that makes you question everything. You start to question information that you learned as a kid and reevaluate the things that you were taught. And there will be lots of revelations that will turn your world upside down. That is definitely the case for me. And there's also this need for answers and truth that will set you up for your next phase in life. The 3rd house rules siblings. So I have a twin brother and I have an older sister. And I also actually have a bunch more siblings because I was donor conceived, and apparently I have like seven siblings or more. I don't even know. Anyway, it's another story. So my connection and relationship with my siblings has always been so strained. And during my Saturn return, I actually reconnected with them. And I actually feel like I'm much closer with them now. So I do feel like when you have this placement, you often have a really difficult time earlier on when it comes to your siblings. Like my siblings, I never really got along with them. My sister's so much older than me, and I just never really felt like connected to her. And then my brother, my twin, we were just so opposites, and we were constantly clashing, and we really just were never close. And then now we're like, we call each other up once in a while, you know? So it's been very interesting looking at our charts and seeing how things play out. I mean, he also has a Saturn in the third house in Aquarius. We have the same chart, basically 1 degree off. So in the past 2 years, I went from being estranged and disconnected to my sister, from actually developing a good friendship with her, and then also being like very distant from my brother, and actually like reconnecting and, you know, exchanging ideas. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. Remember, read everything together, get your chart. It's beautiful. It all works together so beautifully. And if you like my content, please subscribe. Toodaloo.